Hi, I'm Dr. Bruce Hoag. I'm a psychologist who helps entrepreneurs like you to get the results that you want by teaching you how to think differently. In this short video, I want to talk to you about how to make things easier, how to make it easier for you to do the work that you have to do as an entrepreneur. Now, all of us have a lot to do, but especially this is the case if you're on your own. You have to do the marketing, you have to create the products, you have to do the customer service, you have to keep up the books. You get to do it all. And that means that you want everything you do to be as easy as possible. Now, if you know of someone who struggles to find an easy way to do things in their work, whose business always seems to be on top of them, then please share this video with them. Share it on social media too. And that way I can help other entrepreneurs just like you to get the results that they want. And if you don't mind, click the like button down below and subscribe to this channel. And then click the little bell as well. And that means that you'll get notified every time I make another valuable video like this one. I want you to be one of the first to know. So let's think about how to make your work easier. Now, in another video, I talked about how important it is that you find one thing that you can do that will make everything else you do easier or unnecessary. But now we need to take this a step further. It's not enough to know what that one thing is. You also need to know how to do it. Common sense, right? You see, there's a difference between planning and implementation. You can plan for the rest of your life and still not accomplish anything. And so we need to talk about how to make the thing that you know you need to do easier to accomplish. There's a part of me that feels that I've got to ask you if you really want to do this. That's because it's not going to happen by itself. You're going to have to change the way you do things in order to get better results. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to change what you do so that things you need to do are easier? Is it worth it to you to do something different so that you can get the results you want? In your entrepreneurial journey, you've probably noticed that there are a lot of people who'd rather complain about what they can't do than who are willing to change the behavior in order to get the results that they claim they want. They have a basket of excuses for why your suggestions won't work, and each time you offer a different solution, they pull out one of these excuses. And these excuses, they're so well crafted that you get the impression sometimes that they spend more time thinking about why they can't do something than they do about how to fix the problem so that they can. Let's think about criminals for a minute. I don't mean the petty ones who act on impulse and do something stupid, though it must be said that all crime is stupid. I mean the really clever people who plot and conspire and do something that, although it's illegal, it's still absolutely amazing. Like the guy that stole the Mona Lisa in 1911. Have you ever seen the Mona Lisa? It's a tiny little thing, and it's hanging up on the wall in the Louvre in Paris. It seems like it'd be a simple thing to walk over there and just take it off the wall. I imagine security has been improved considerably since then, but there was somebody who took it in 1911. Fortunately, it's been recovered. Or how about the gang that stole $39 million in gold bullion from a warehouse at Heathrow Airport in 1983? Gold is heavy. How could you go into a warehouse and just take it? Or how about the gang who stole $118 million worth of diamonds at Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam? Half of it's still missing. Have you ever really thought to yourself that maybe if the people that pulled off these unbelievable crimes had put as much thought and planning into something that was legal, that they might have been among the most successful entrepreneurs ever? So, instead of concocting a basket of excuses for why they haven't done something, they should instead apply all of that thought into figuring out how to change. And that's really the rub. Most people would rather make excuses than change. And that's because it's the path of least resistance. To them, it's easier. It's also a hide into nothing. So, what's the hack? It's simply this. Today, I'm going to change and decide that starting today, you really are going to do something different. Now, that may not seem like much. The thing is that it's a start. What's that famous Chinese saying? A journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And just deciding to change is that first step. You may not notice any difference in how you feel, at least not at first. You may even feel a certain amount of internal resistance, and that's normal. But each time you remind yourself that you're going to do something that's different from what you've done in the past, you begin to change from what you were into that new person that you want to become. Personal change is mostly mental. That's why the Psych Hacks logo is designed the way it is. Down here in the lower left-hand corner, you see that Psych Hacks logo. It's about thinking. It's because it all starts with your thoughts. And if your thoughts are, well, I'll start this tomorrow, then you shouldn't be surprised if when the next day arrives, you postpone it again. You see, procrastination steals your time. It's the thief of time, and it steals your time by getting you to do something else. Don't wait. Instead of putting things off and losing time, you need to start changing right now so that you can redeem it. How do you redeem your time? By being a good steward of it. And that means that you need to trade your time for what is valuable to you. A poor steward will trade time for anything, regardless of its value or lack thereof. You have a fixed amount of time on this earth, and actual fact, you may not realize it, but you have a fixed amount of time when you can work. Your health may not hold out for the entire length of your life, and you may find that although your mind is working and you can work, that physically maybe you can't, or you may find that you're just simply unable to work for other reasons. You have a fixed amount of time and you don't know what it is, and so you need to make the most of the time you have. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then please share it with your friends and on social media too. And as I mentioned earlier, click that like button and subscribe to this channel, and then click the little bell, and then whenever I make another valuable video like this one, then you'll be one of the first to know. And if you'd like to learn more about Psych Hacks, then visit my website at psychhacks.com. Thanks for listening.